Okay guys, it's Reed here. Now we have the NBA Finals this Thursday night. And I'm going to give you my prediction on what I think will happen. Now everybody seems to be picking the Spurs to win this year. Tim Duncan's saying he's out for revenge. The Spurs got robbed last year. The Heat got lucky. All this stuff. And I'm going to tell you how it's going to be. The Heat will win this series in 6. I don't care how mad Tim Duncan is or how they feel they have all this unfinished business. Don't you think that LeBron James has a lot of unfinished business? He wants to be known as the greatest player of all time. And getting beat by the Spurs and not getting a three-peat is a way to not be remembered like that. Look at it from this perspective. Let's say LeBron James has just as much as anybody. The Heat, they want this just as much as the Spurs. Let's be honest here. You can win a three-peat this year and go for 4 in a row next year. He can do something the great Michael Jordan never has done, because everybody wants to compare LeBron James to Michael Jordan, even though that is unfair at this point in time in his career. He should not be judged like that. But all the pressure to continue to succeed is on LeBron James. He wants to be known as the greatest of all time. That's why he has just as much motivation the Heat do. Dwayne Wade, all the Heat players, Spurs, they have just as much motivation as anybody. You can say revenge all you want to and all this stuff, but LeBron James is playing to become or be known as the greatest player of all time. He has just as much motivation. And that is the X factor in this series. In my opinion, Wade and James are the two best players on the court this year. Tony Parker's great. Who knows how well he is with his ankle. Tim Duncan, still a great player. Ginobili, still a great player. But they're not what they were 5 years ago. James and Wade are clearly the two best players on the court. And James is clearly the best player on the court. So this is going to be a 6-game series. Tim Duncan can make all his... he can say all the stuff he wants to say and all this stuff. But coming from a bandwagon fan like myself, proud bandwagon fan since LeBron James got there, I'm not afraid to admit it. You know, I don't care what you think. I'm a bandwagon fan, and that's just how it is. I support LeBron James. Wherever LeBron James goes, that's my team. I was a Cleveland fan before he came to the Heat. So this is how it's going to be. The X factor in this series, in my opinion, is going to be if Chris Bosh plays well, this series will be over. There's no doubt about it in my mind. Because we're going to get 60 points, 55, 60 points from, in my opinion, we're going to get 65 or 50, 60 points from Wade and James. We're going to get that from them no matter what. So the X factor is going to be what Chris Bosh does and what Ray Allen does. Those two are going to be determine the series. If Allen plays well, and if Bosh plays well, because I believe that Wade and James are going to come to play every night. I know they're going to be there. And the Spurs are going to be left again losing to the greatest player in the NBA right now. Like Michael Jordan. You know, he's the best. There's no doubt about it right now. Like LeBron James, he's the best. There's just no doubt about it. And that's going to be the difference in this series, is the greatness of LeBron James. That's it. So the Heat are going to win in 6. Whether you love it or hate it, that's just the way it's going to be. That's my prediction. So that's how it's going to be. Okay, I've been right the last 2 years. I picked the Heat the last 2 years. I'm picking them this year. It's the safe bet. It's the winning bet. If you're going to bet in Vegas, and if the odds are they're taking the Spurs to win the series right now, bet on the Heat, because you're pretty much betting on Michael Jordan. So, would you bet against Michael Jordan? Think about that. And you can say, well, LeBron James is not Michael Jordan. He's the closest thing we have. Soon to be the second greatest player of all time, LeBron James. Like, subscribe, and comment. I'll see you on that next exciting video. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. I appreciate it. Go Heat, go!